this season is just even more heightened than the first season. Everything is just incredible. Natasha, going into this season, were you excited to work with someone or someone's new or more?
Abs- yeah, absolutely. I mean, Aaron and I had a lot more scenes together this season, which was so much fun. And he's so talented and just the best. So it was that was a really fun relationship to develop on screen, and also shocking. We it's funny because we don't get the scripts all handed to us at once. We have a one-on-one with Julie, each of us before the season, and she's going to tell us, like, the arcs and sort of what our characters can expect. And so that one-on-one was very surprising for me, and very fun, and I had a really fun time building and going through what Haley went through this season was really fun to sink my teeth into. So yeah, it was great.
Morgan, there's so much intensity to this show, and every episode is just a must watch. Were you excited to work on one in particular, or were you just eager to get the ball rolling again for season two and jumping into season with the first episode?
Yeah, I mean, this season was so fun. And it was so fun to be in a different setting as well than the first season, now that she's kind of shifting career paths and going more into the medical field. So I think that was really fun to explore for this season for Crystal, and kind of have some new mentors and along the way for her as well. So it was very exciting. I wouldn't have one particular episode without giving too many spoilers, but yeah, I mean, all of them were uh, such a blast to film, and really good and challenging at the same way.
Natasha, going into this new season, did you prepare for it in a different way than you had for season one, physically or even mentally?
I think something that I did differently, yeah, it's a good question. Season one was, I think we were all, finding our footing and bonding a lot as a cast, which was really important. As an ensemble cast, it was important that we each established true and real friendships with each other to translate on screen, and we definitely did that. We had a really fun time. We were all living together in the same apartment building, and we were going out and we were having a lot of fun, which was incredible and everything it needed to be. But coming into season two and just being like in a different a point in my life, I really wanted to take a little bit more space and have a little bit more alone time and journal and work out and cook home cooked meals and just do a little bit more of like a self-care protected space type of approach, which was really incredible and invigorating. And I felt like I had a lot more energy and I could show up more wholly on set for our long days, because it's a very long difficult show to film, because we're in the elements, we're in minus 50 degrees, we're in snow, and it's long days, and we're on location, and it's like it can become a lot. And so this year I just really wanted to approach it making sure I like prioritized my sleep, and I was just like the healthiest and happiest version of myself to like show up fully on set. So yeah, the approach was a little bit different. I definitely prioritized my health and wellness and nutrition and stuff. So
Morgan, every episode I think is just intense and incredible. And also these days it seems very relevant for the Canadian environment. I mean, what kind of feedback did you receive from fans from season one that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I think from season one, a lot of people were saying that our show is very incredibly diverse, and it's not just diverse on screen, it's also off screen too with our writers. So every community that you see is represented behind the screen as well, within the writers room. So I think that's something that I really loved about our show, and that a lot of people appreciated um, through the storytelling, is because it comes from an authentic place, and you know, when I'm reading the scripts, and we get, you know, 2 scripts at a time, you can see that there's people's heart that's put into this, and that it's true experiences. It's not like a guessing game of what would someone go through. It's, you know, actually personal experiences of these writers, and stuff that I know that I go through as well in everyday in everyday life, whether that's you know, discrimination or racism or anything of that matter. We've any uh, you know, BIPOC person has gone through that at some point in their life. So I think that's something that people appreciated with the first season. And with Crystal just kind of calling people out on it too. She's like not going to deal with people's BS. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's what a lot of fans were happy about.
There's plane crashes, as we talked about. There's being lost in the snow, and there's certainly much time spent out in a lot of cold weather. Natasha, how do you shake off a long day of being on set?
Ooh, a nice hot bath surrounded by candles. And I do a little like 5-minute journal every night. But above all, having a nice FaceTime with my boyfriend at the end of the night, and just debriefing on the day and talking about his day and talking about, you know, other things besides work, and just, yeah, getting my, that's what I look forward to at the end of the day.
We talked about it a little with I talked a little bit with Morgan, but what do you think it is about SkyMed that's just made it such a fast fan favorite series?
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I think it's like Morgan was saying, there's really a character for everyone and really a story for everyone. I think I also wouldn't pinpoint a specific age on this show. I think it can be, you know, enjoyed by such a wide range of people and ages. And I think it doesn't take itself too seriously. I think it's super fun and quirky, and there's humor, but then there's also some like, you know, real relevant and important messages and themes behind it too. So I think there's just like, and also all of these characters are written so beautifully with such heart, and we each have such an incredible arc and story to tell. And it helps that the cast is so incredibly talented and relatable, and just a bunch of beautiful humans. So I think that are all factors that contribute to making it such an attractive show for so many different people.
And I think there's such relevant topics too as well to the landscape that you all are in, you know, in Canada, but I think that also gives us Americans and other people from the other parts of the world, you know, a look at life in that little area, what it's like, the environment that you all deal with year in and year out, and certainly what it takes to help others protect and, you know, and save those who find themselves in a bit of trouble. um Morgan, are you able to tease some guest stars we'll be seeing this season?
Yeah, so there's a few new uh guest stars on the show, and you know, there's Dr. Yana. So she's Nadine, played by Nadine Whitman. And there's Sydney Kuhn, and then there's Ryan as well, who was on the first season, but he's playing a little bit more on this season too. So they're all amazing talents, and I think everyone's just gonna fall so much in love with them. Their characters are amazing as well. So yeah,
They were
I'm
good.
really
They were good
excited.
to the team. Also some like fun new injuries this year, which were really fun to shoot. Like there's everything from mountain biking accidents to strip trampoline and like that gone wrong, and yeah, a lot of fun medical injuries too that are hilarious and also extreme.
Well, thank you both so much for taking your time to talk with me today about SkyMed. I really think it's such a special series, and I'm eager to see people's reactions to the situations that Natasha was teasing, and Morgan, certainly you were teasing as well, because I think this season is just another level. of SkyMed season 1. So if you loved the first season, you're gonna even more love season 2.